Hello and welcome to Elias Shoes. This is Shoe Cabinet TV number 6. So welcome to the new year 2018, and we're going to start regularly posting so that way we can start to educate all of you about the proper footwear and some little tips and tricks that we kind of know in the professional world to make that shoe fit you the best as possible. So we're going to start with something so simple as lacing the shoes. And it may seem really basic, but we're just going to go over a few pointers today how to make that shoe feel more comfortable depending on what's going on with your foot. So when you get a pair of shoes, it's laced, simple, crossover, crossover, crossover. So most people come out of the box, pop it on their foot, and they think that's the way they should lace their shoe. And it should stay laced like that. Well, in actuality, there are so many different techniques out there, and we will post them on our Facebook page. So you can go to eliasshoes.com on our Facebook page, Elias Shoes, and you will be able to see some of the different techniques depending on what your needs are. So one different lacing technique I'm going to show you is, this is the simple, straight out of the box. But I've noticed a lot of the guests that come into our store, they have a really high instep. And an instep is this part of the foot, the part on the top of their foot. And what happens is when their shoe is laced this way and they tie it pretty tight, what can happen is all of that pressure that's right there, it can make the top of their foot either get bruised, and I've seen actually quite a few individuals that actually physically have bruising, or their foot, especially if they've just been working out, gets red and they can actually have some swelling. So by lacing it like this, it's not always the best way for comfort for your foot. Here is one simple technique that can take that pressure off of the top of the foot and make the shoe so much more comfortable. So what you do is you just come across the bottom, you go over one so you're not actually tightening it here, you come back up, over, and then you tighten it. Now, a good quality athletic shoe usually will have, if it's a quality shoe, will have the 2 extra eyelets, the holes up here. Those aren't just for looks. Those actually have some feature and some purpose to them. What it does is, when you lace it for this for a higher instep, by lacing your shoe here, so say you have a narrower ankle or the back of your foot, and you sometimes feel your foot going up and down in the shoe or kind of sliding it around, utilize those 2 extra holes. That's what they're there for. You can actually do, there's a couple of different ways. You can just simply go 1, 2, and lace it on that second eyelet. And then when you do that, and you tie the shoe tighter, it actually makes it tighter around this part of it, but it doesn't make it snugger here, because that you don't want snug. You only want it snug around your ankles so that your foot doesn't move around. It's one way to help it. Another way is called a runner's lace. And that's something that we will also show on our website so you can see, because it's pretty easy. But the first time it may be a little confusing, but you make what I call 2 bunny ears. So you go out of this hole into the back one with the same thread, the same shoelace. And you stick this one into that one into this one. And now what you've done is you've made it tighter across the top, so now your foot doesn't slip around. So this is one simple little shoelace technique to take some of the pressure off of the top of your foot, but still make it snug in the back of your foot.
We have a question from Karen Hudson Clower. What do you recommend for intermetatarsal bursitis?
First of all, you need to talk to your doctor about the intermetatarsal bursitis, because that's inflammation inside the joint. So I'm sure you've actually followed up with your doctor about alleviating because it's fluid inside the bursa. But as far as a shoe product, depending on which one of your feet, whether it's here on your toes or if it's inside your arch where your bursitis issues are, you want a shoe that does not bend. So you want a shoe that when you hold it from the toe to the back, see how I'm pushing? There's very little bend, because if a shoe bends, it's going to put more pressure wherever that bursitis is, and it's going to cause more pain. You're welcome to come in here at Elias Shoes, and we can fit you with a proper fitting shoe to help with that. But I know one of the recommendations is to have a shoe that does not bend. Here is a shoe. I'm just going to answer this question really quick, and then you're always welcome to come into the store, and I'm more than happy to answer any other questions you have, or you can post them on our Facebook page. So this is a great product. It's also New Balance, but this shoe, it has a lot of bend. This purpose for this shoe is completely different than this shoe. This one is actually designed for spinning, for Zumba, for your aerobics, where you need to have more of a pitch and be more bend. This, for bursitis issue, is not the appropriate product. Again, you want a product that when you do this, there's no bend. So thank you for visiting us at Shoe Cabinet TV, episode number 6. Look forward to seeing more of us about every week to 10 days. And if you have any questions, always, go ahead and send us an email or write us on Facebook, and I'm more than happy to address those issues. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.